Good evening. Prior to the opening of the meeting, I request that the executive officer provide instructions on in-person and video conference protocols. Executive Officer Knox.
Yes. Welcome to the last meeting of the calendar year. We have quite a few administrative items to work on tonight, so I will try to condense some of my comments a bit and see if we can get out of here at a decent time, but I'm not holding my breath. That said, Chair Flores is unable to be here tonight for tonight's meeting. In his chair is Commissioner Zaragoza. This is his first time chairing a LAFCo meeting, so it'd be extra helpful to include your name while making a motion and make sure to give us attention if you would like to be recognized to speak. During tonight's meeting, the commission will hear the results of the East Kern Healthcare District protest hearing, consider an annexation, pick a new chair and vice chair for 2026, hear from our auditor on 2024-25 commission finances, destroy some documents, and then watch a workplace violence video and many more items, including something you might like from the kitchen of Rebecca Moore. So that is in my back pocket back here. So I'm still deciding whether to give it to you before or after we negotiate in closed session. Yeah, that's fine. If anyone has a protest that they would like to turn in for the East Kern Healthcare District annexation, now would be a good time to hand it over to Patty Menchaca here over in the corner. And then a couple of notes regarding how this meeting is held both in person and by video conference. For our guests who are in the room, if you are a representative from an agency or here from the general public and wish to speak on an item before the commission, we ask that you use the microphone at the podium over here. Allow the chair to recognize you, provide your name, any affiliation, and speak into the microphone. We are recording these proceedings and want to make sure you are heard and clearly both in the room and online. For those attending by video conference, and we have about 5 or 6, if you are from an agency or the public, your microphone is muted until the chair recognizes you and the host unmutes your microphone. There will be an opportunity to speak on specific items on the agenda. Please use the raise hand function to be recognized. Mr. Rice is host in charge of the Zoom portion of the meeting. If anyone gets disruptive, Mr. Rice has the authority to remove them from Zoom. With that, please start the video, and I turn back to the chair to start the meeting.
Thank you, Executive Officer Blair. For those of you who are online, we have in our midst a brand new copy of the Kern County LAFCo strategic plan. Thank you. This is really good paper. And for those of you who are unaware of this, it was last time we met. Just to let you know, the mission statement says we encourage orderly growth and development, we preserve ag, lands, and ensure efficient provision of services and thoughtful local agency formation, consolidation, and boundary adjustments. With that, I'd like to turn it over to the clerk for a roll call.
Commissioner Ayon,
Here.
Commissioner Clark,
Here.
Commissioner Couch,
Here.
Commissioner Endicott,
Present.
Commissioner Flores, absent, Commissioner Fowler,
Here.
Commissioner Gonzalez, absent, Commissioner McKibben,
Here.
Commissioner Zaragoza.
Present.
Roll call complete.
Next is a invocation, and for those of you who wish to stand, please do, or if you wish to remain seated, please do. I need to be seated since I can't talk very loud. Getting over a cough. I'm going to say the invocation. If you please bow your head. Dear Lord, as we gather here today, let us take a moment to reflect on our shared commitment to the community we serve. May we approach our tasks with clarity, integrity, and a spirit of collaboration. Let us strive to listen with empathy, speak with honesty, and act with fairness. May our efforts today contribute to a future that is just, inclusive, and prosperous for all residents in Kern County. And all of God's people said, amen. We're going to stand. And the Pledge of Allegiance by Commissioner Fowler.
Stand, salute, pledge.
Okay. Are there any, could the clerk inquire if there's any commissioner attending by video conference?
No.
Okay. If no, we're going to go to approval of minutes. Any public comment?
Motion Endicott to approve the minutes.
Second, Couch.
Okay. Do we have a comment from the commissioners? Fowler, please.
I abstain to both Fraser Park items. If that could be changed, please, thank you.
I do remember that. You did say that, yes. So with that amendment or change, I think we now have a motion. Take the roll call, please.
Commissioner Ayon,
Aye.
Commissioner Clark,
Yes.
Commissioner Couch,
Yes.
Commissioner Endicott,
Aye.
Commissioner Fowler,
Yes.
Commissioner McKibben,
Yes.
Commissioner Zaragoza.
Yes.
All ayes, motion passed.
Just turned it off again. Excuse me. We're now at item 6, public comments. This portion of the meeting is reserved for people desiring to address the commission on any matter not on the agenda and over which the commission has jurisdiction. Speakers are limited to 2 minutes. Please state your name and address for the record before making your presentation. Ask the clerk, or clerk, do we have anyone from the public interest to speak? No. Thank you. We are now at number 8, notice of public hearings. Excuse me. This is 1839 East Kern Health Care District. A vote will be required. It's a protest hearing results. The East Kern Health Care District Annexation Number 2 was approved by the Commission at the September 17th, 2025 Commission meeting. The proposal consists of an SOI amendment with a concurrent annexation. Excuse me. A conducting authority protest hearing was completed pursuant to Government Code Section 56375.3 on October 14th, 2025, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Springfield Suites by Marriott Conference Center in Ridgecrest. And we have a EO report.
At the September Commission meeting, East Kern Healthcare District Annexation Number 2 was approved by the Commission, dependent on a conducting authority, aka a protest hearing, to be held. That hearing took place on Tuesday, October 14th in Ridgecrest. There were approximately 50 in attendance. Up on the screen, we have a breakdown of the number of voter protests and the number of landowner protests. We have received, I believe, 12 registered voters out of 21,000, and 12 landowners out of assessed value of 3.2, I can't see it, it's too small for me to, $3.26 billion, is that right? And it ends up being less than half of 1% on for both. With that in mind, the protest hearing fails. As my recommendation to accept the results of the protest hearing.
Thank you for that. Any public comment? Any commission comments or questions on this?
We have one online. Renee Lusk.
Please proceed.
Renee, are you there? She's talking.
I just want to say, I approve of the annexation.
Thank you for that, Renee.
And I thank you for your voting at the September 17th meeting in favor of the annexation.
Thank you. Any more comments? Let's call for a motion.
Fowler motion.
Second, Ione.
Call for the vote.
Commissioner Ione,
Aye.
Commissioner Clark,
Yes.
Commissioner Couch,
Yes.
Commissioner Endicott,
Aye.
Commissioner Fowler,
Yes.
Commissioner McKibben,
Yes.
Commissioner Zaragoza.
Yes.
All ayes, motion passed.
Next, excuse me, next item is number B, under 8. Excuse me. 1816 City of Bakersfield, a road is required. Annexation number 709, White Lane number 9, in County Service Area number 11. Detachment C in County Service Area 12.01, dissolution. Excuse me. This proposal is to annex approximately 111.33 acres located generally on the corner of White Lane and South Union Avenue. The annexation was initiated by Self-Help Enterprises on behalf of area residents to request access to city sewer and water services. But the proposal does not have 100% landowner consent, and the applicant has been notified that notice hearing and protest hearing will not be waived. And the executive officer has a report.
This proceeding is one that I'm both very proud of for what it accomplishes and frustrated with the length of time it took to get this before the commission. First, there is an error that I must correct in the report recommendation. The annexation is of a disadvantaged unincorporated community, what we call a DUC. There is no sewer system covering this area. Most septic systems in the area are over 50 years old and many are failing. Self-Help Enterprises came to us and discussed a sewer project for the area. We suggested getting the city of Bakersfield involved. There is a state sewer grant funding for disadvantaged communities like this, and Self-Help and the city jointly applied with the understanding of the community that they would be annexed into the city. The city would not normally be interested in a subdivision like this, but we incentivize the project by also including several businesses on the west side of Union Avenue. That backs up to the subdivision. This will bring some offsetting tax revenue, and doesn't leave us with an island or peninsula problem going forward. The project has taken so long because of the grant process, but also because Self-Help contracted out the map and legal description to a company that was incapable of completing the work. It's unfortunate. They had to hire an engineer to correct the map and legal description, which Self-Help had to run through the grant process to get reimbursed, and of course the state is not fast with funding these types of things. In all, staff has been working on this particular annexation for about 4 years. CSA 11 provides streetlights, drainage, and street sweeping, which the city will take over. Therefore, a detachment is in order. 12.01 is an inactive crossing guard CSA that County Public Works did not know existed. We could add it to the 20 inactive CSAs we have already dissolved in the last several years. Taxation is handled by the master tax agreement. Pre-zoning is consistent with current zoning as this area is fully developed. It's consistent with the general plan, regional transportation plan, or specific plan. There is no ag land conversion. It's consistent with commission policies, conforms to assessor parcels. There's an indemnification agreement. There's no functional overlap. There's a question of adequate water supply. This area is fully developed, so no additional water usage is expected. And through the sewer system, some of the water can actually be reclaimed. so it could be a net positive. CEQA is handled by a notice exemption. No, it's not. Sorry, that's another mistake. CEQA is handled by a mitigated negative declaration. That's my second error. Glad we caught that. The process required by Cortese-Knox-Hertzberg Act has been followed, including notices to affected agencies and any notices of publications required by law. Chair Zaragoza mentioned that we do not have 100% consent. At the same time, we have not had any opposition. So if the commission chooses under Government Codes 5663, we are able to waive the protest hearing if there are no protests here tonight. It is my recommendation that the commission consider the mitigated negative declaration filed by the applicant stated in the report and recommendation. It is further recommended that the commission approve annexation 709, White Lane number 9 to the city of Bakersfield, detachment C from CSA 11, and dissolution of CSA 12.1.01 without waiving notice protest hearing as required by Government Code Section 5663 and subject to conditions recommended by the executive officer.
Thank you, Mr. Knox. Is there any public comment on this issue? If so, could you please go to the podium, state your name, and who you represent? Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jay Boydston. I own a rental in the area, and I'm curious as to how this will affect the property taxes and the cost of sewer attachment.
Your taxes will not change, and I will let the city of Bakersfield talk about the sewer attachment.
For those of you who don't know, we have residents or representatives from the city and self-help here.
Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Yazid Alugari. I am the Assistant Planner responsible for Annexation 709 with the City of Bakersfield's Planning Department. For the question, taxes don't change. All taxes are handled by the county. We do receive several calls and have received over a dozen since we circulated the MND for this project. Concerns about taxes going up, and we even have some veterans who get tax exemptions. We did assure them that taxes do not change. All taxes are collected by the county and then are distributed to whichever jurisdiction the property is in. Another thing is regarding the sewer lines. When the sewer lines are connected, there is a connection fee. However, if the homeowner cannot pay the fee as a one-time sum, it can be divided into 12 individual payments and added to their monthly sewer bills. If there's any other questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them. I can have self-help explain the sewer project in detail. Thank you.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
If I may. It used to be many, many years ago, and I think sewer connections were part of this, that you could finance that on your property tax bill at zero interest. Is that how, you said 12 months, but it used to be over a few years. Has that changed?
I believe it has changed. I was told by our Public Works Department it's 12 months.
Okay, thank you.
Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Oscar Cisneros. I'm here on behalf of Self-Help Enterprises, and we are currently a technical assistance provider on this project. And to touch base on the question regarding the connection fees, currently, for what I've seen in other projects, once we apply for the construction funding for residential households, this connection fee is included in the connection fee, and the septic tank abandonment is included in the funding that we allocate from the Division of Financial Assistance. So, so what I'm trying to say is that I can't guarantee it, but what I've seen in other projects that I've been involved in is that there won't be any connection fee paid by the residents if it's a disadvantaged community, which it is. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we're going to open it up to our commissioners' comments or questions. Go right ahead, Les.
You made a comment that the cost would not be on the residents. Who would the cost be on?
Well, usually when we apply for state funding, there's state funding that has been allocated in the state's budget on annual basis, and the funding comes out of that funding that the state allocates for these particular kinds of projects.
And when you're saying state, isn't that taxes?
Technically, yes.
Would that not be the residents?
That would be all of Californians, not just residents to this
Okay.
particular area.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Oscar. Any more commissioner questions or comments? Seeing none, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Wait a minute.
Sorry.
I think I have a question for both you gentlemen. It would be nice to know for certain that the state is going to be covering these costs. Was there any communication to the residents and the property owners to that effect? Or this seems pretty murky?
We did not mention to the residents if the sewer connection fee will be paid by them or by a different party. The only information we gave them in our letter is that once the sewer lines are there, they don't have to connect. If they still have a good septic and they don't want to, they can still stay on the septic. We're not going to force them to connect. However, if their septic does fail, then we don't issue septic permits from the city of Bakersfield. And so at that point, they'd be required to connect to it. If the connection fee is too expensive, again, Public Works said that they will be allowed to divide that connection fee into 12 installments within their sewer bill.
If they do connect, they will be paying a yearly fee to the city on their taxes, a sewer fee. Isn't that correct?
I'm not sure. That would be a Public Works question, and unfortunately, Public Works is not here.
Okay. I'm interested in, this is probably for Blair, but this is an island. Why did they not come in under the island annexation ruling?
It's over 150 acres.
It must be over and they're 111.
If it's, it has to be under 150 acres to apply for.
This says it's 111 acres.
The original piece was larger. And this has been going on for 4 years, so it's been going back and forth. The size has went up, went down, back and forth, depending on the sewer that was going in and the project that was being applied. So we did not start it as an island annexation. It was actually started by self-help, and then the city actually did the application a couple years later.
Okay.
So because of the mitigated neg deck and all, we did not choose to go with island annexation.
Okay. But, Mr. Knox, you said that tonight we might consider it without a protest hearing,
Under a different code section.
a different code. Okay.
Yes.
I'm wondering what kind of outreach, and back to the gentleman from the city, what kind of outreach did go? I know you had a septic survey in 1977. What, let's not get ahead of ourselves. What outreach has occurred since then?
2017.
I'm thinking from self-help or something official from the city.
I started with the city in 2021, so the original application that I saw, the first folder was from 2018. From my understanding in the MND, when it goes through the history, they did start a community meeting back in 2017, to discuss with the community the possibility. They surveyed about a third of the residents, in which over 83% wanted the septic. And they started the application, and I don't know what happened after that because that folder is almost completely empty. The official application from the city then started in 2021 when I first started. Since then, the only other outreach we've done was we sent out letters when we circulated the MND to let the community know that we are in the process of circulating MND in hopes for annexation of the area to install sewers. And since then, I've gotten about a little over a dozen calls. Everyone's excited about it. Only one person was a little upset because law enforcement changes from sheriffs to city of Bakersfield, and they don't think city of Bakersfield takes crime serious. That was it.
Okay, thank you. I also noticed that we didn't have a list of the property owners in our packet this time, and that, I think, is typical. I was interested in why that was left out.
That would be on me. And
you're thinking of other things in
Oh.
Nevada County.
I was actually training someone. So, and that is something that I normally put in the packet, and for some reason I did not.
Okay.
And I don't, until you said that just now, it didn't even dawn on me
Oh, right.
that I didn't do that.
For-
And it still falls on me.
All right. I'm not trying to get anyone in trouble or send anyone to the doghouse. But for that reason, and the reason that there's some murky information, I don't think that we should allow this to go through without a protest hearing. I just think that that's the appropriate way to do it. So if that is the motion, I'll vote against it. If it's a motion to just have the protest hearing as we typically do, I will be a yay.
I see there's a hand from Oscar. Go ahead.
Just to clarify, when you were referring to murky, Commissioner Fowler, you were referring to the fact that we can't guarantee that residents will not be on the hook for the connection fees. And it's been in my experience that things are changing all the time at the state level. So, as example, the other sewer projects that I have that are already shovel-ready and ready for construction, in that instance, we already had funding agreements executed. So the funding agreements specifically say that, the connection fees and the septic tank abandonment for residential areas will be specifically covered by the money that has been allocated in the grant. Since we're not at that position yet at this moment, we can't necessarily guarantee that the connection fees will be waived by the grant that is allocated, because we still don't have a funding agreement in place. Sorry I didn't clarify that.
For that clarification.
Mr. Boyston, go ahead if you have a question.
I don't know if I'm correct or not, but I seem to recall isn't there an ordinance or something that says that if you're within 1,500 feet of a sewer line that you have to connect it?
Are you talking county ordinance or city ordinance?
County ordinance, I guess.
Anybody from the county here to respond to
I
this?
think I know what he's talking about, but I think it's a city ordinance. But because I've dealt with this before up in the Olive Drive area. And there's more to that. It's not as simple as that. It's not as cut and dried as that, as I recall.
Okay.
There are mitigating factors that, and I don't recall them what they are, that may say that you do not have to hook up. It's
Okay, because
something-
I know he mentioned earlier that you could have an option of abandoning your septic and hooking up or not hooking up. So I'm just curious how that relates.
Chair,
Go ahead. I'm
can
sorry,
I
go
ask Mr. Cisneros to come back to the microphone for a moment? Because I want to try to talk through that a little bit. I want to address the murky part too. It's typical for you to apply for a grant and not find out for a long time whether or not you get it, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. It's also typical that, I believe, that, for example, in this case, if we move ahead with the annexation, if everything goes perfectly and it becomes part of the city of Bakersfield, and you're not successful in this round of application, right?
Correct.
You're going to apply again.
That is correct, and we may have to wait, additional time, and that's why we've had these delays, because it's been
Right.
these kinds of factors that have affected this project.
And so you're going to continue, my sense is, and I've worked with them a lot in other areas of unincorporated Kern County, you're going to keep applying until you are successful.
That is correct.
And I believe you tell me, is this area a prime candidate to be funded for that
It
type of a
is,
grant?
it is a prime candidate to be funded, and also just to go back to sorry, I lost my train of thought.
That's okay. Maybe I'll lead you there again, leading the witness here. My point is, it might sound a little murky because they don't have a guarantee, but I don't view it that way. I view it as they're going to continue working on it until they get the funding. They've been successful in other areas that I've worked with them in, so I have every expectation they're going to get there. Additionally, the people that live in this community are not going to be required to hook up to the sewer until you get the grant.
Oh, that, I just remembered what my
right?
train of thought was. Sorry.
You are leading the
Yeah,
witness.
I just remembered. So they do have that, as Yazid from City of Bakersfield mentioned, they do have that option if someone is against connecting to they're not going to be forced to do it. But if something happens to their septic tank, they will not be reissued permits, and then at that point, they will not be able to repair their septic tank, which then they will be required to connect to, the city. If the project is successful, then they will have to connect on their own dime. Because here, at least, there is that possibility that those fees and the septic tank abandonment is covered by the grant, which we still do not know because we're not at that point yet.
And if I could add, I think that situation you just described about being required if your system fails, that's not unique to this situation, to this area. That's a policy of the city of Bakersfield for everyone that lives in the city of Bakersfield,
Yeah.
correct?
And that's a policy that I've seen in other cities, not just with the city of Bakersfield.
So, all of that, I said all of that, and you said all of that, very well, by the way, that I don't think we need a protest hearing on this. That's just my sense. I think the folks that live here almost unanimously, maybe there's one person that doesn't like the police protection change, but they want, based on your outreach, and the work I know that you do with these communities, they want this project, specifically the sewer, to happen, and it can only happen if they annex to the city of Bakersfield. I think we would see a lot of people here tonight if they were opposed to this. And really, we've got Mr. Boydston here who had a question, right? But he's not opposed to it. I don't think you're opposed to it.
I'm not opposed
Okay,
Based on what I've been hearing.
understand. Thank you for
We-
that. So,
We do have other community members that are Spanish speakers. If they would like to share their opinion on the project, whether they're in favor or not, I encourage them to. Ustedes como miembros de su comunidad, si quieren hablar tocante a este proyecto, tienen la oportunidad de hablar si están en contra o a favor del proyecto. Thank you. Sí, she is asking if I'm not a
Chair.
translator.
Chair,
If
we need
do
to
we have a
certified-
translator?
We need to have a certified interpreter.
Correct.
We understand you, but
Okay.
Kind of rely on staff for that type of a
¿Usted
response.
puede hablar en su lenguaje natal? Sí. Nomás diga su nombre.
Hi, my name is Leticia Curiel, and we own a house on Andrea Avenue for, 15 years? And lately, we've been having issues with the septic tank. And we really want, you know, to have it done, to be connected. Yes, because also, my husband was telling me, in the alley, you see a lot of people, they have like hoses and just, there's always water.
Yeah.
Because they don't, you know, they don't connect it right to the, uh-huh.
Yeah.
So we really wanted, me and my husband. Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
Gracias. Oscar, real quick question. Has environmental health provided any input as to the septic tank quality or conditions? I'm not sure if that's a public health or environmental health. Since they're in the county, it wouldn't be the city, correct?
I think that would be environmental health, and unfortunately, I don't have an answer to that question.
Second question, how many parcels are septic tank provision?
In this project area, let me see, I believe it's 200 and,
Wow.
That sounds right.
207. And when we surveyed 120 of those 207. And the general consensus was that 83% were for public sewer, and 3 were undecided, and 14 didn't didn't say if they were in favor or against. They hadn't made up their mind. And 3 of those 120 wanted to remain on septic.
This is a city question. If that property is annexed, what ward would it be?
I believe it's going to be in wards 1 in that area, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, I didn't bring it with me. I put on our MND for the circulation, but I don't have that answer
And that
directly.
would be,
I don't know if they know that for sure.
yeah,
I mean,
to
it
be
could be one,
determined
it
by
could
the
be
city
one or
council,
two.
but the point I'm trying to make is that if it's a low-income neighborhood, and it sounds like it is, the whole neighborhood qualifies for community developed block grants. And the way that works is the city could utilize their portion. They could do the abandonments, and they could do the hookups for those folks who are 80% or less of the area median income. The city typically has funding, so it's not a question if they get it, they have it. It's just a question if they want to devise a program, which means you could tell the residents, well, as long as you qualify under 80% of area median income, you will get a free hookup. Now, the collection fees to the system itself, that is up in the air. And if you could get state funding for that, it'd be 100% covered. But I think that information should be nailed down, and I think if you did that, you'd have 100% in favor, because that's a lot of folks who would get basically free service. It's not a hard the CDBG qualification is not that difficult, but you have to have a ward person pushing that. I don't know who it is.
We've already dug ourselves.
So I'll just kind of give you that as an FYI.
All right, thank you.
We dug ourselves a septic.
I think CDBG exists.
Yes, go ahead, Les.
Thank you, Chairman. Just for my continuing education here, not having a protest hearing, what are the implications of proceeding with an annexation or detachment when there's not 100% landowner consent, but there's no formal opposition?
So there's 3 ways that an annexation or detachment can happen without a protest hearing. 1, if it's an island annexation, which we talked about earlier. 2, if you have 100% consent. And 3, and this is what I was talking about earlier, if there are no protests, no one objects, the commission has that option
Sure.
to not have a protest hearing.
Thanks. I just, transparency purposes and
Sure.
different things like that, I know there's implications, so.
Chairman, Mayor.
Go ahead.
By the way, your English was excellent.
Yeah.
And since we don't have, that's okay. Since we don't really have any opposition with, like we've had in other annexations and other studies, I would motion to approve this annexation.
Wait a minute, before you do that,
The motion's on the floor, it's okay.
could we have Barbara Fowler comment on that? Go ahead.
Oh, I just want to say, if you want sewers, wonderful. That's just terrific. I'm concerned, you've mentioned that you reached out to 120 of 207. So that's 87 people who were not able to speak on the issue. And my point is, I would like the city to have written a letter, and maybe you're not familiar with it, maybe they already did it, that says, you know, this is what happens when. And we're waiting, hoping to qualify for this help from the state, which, you know, if it doesn't happen now, it'll happen down the line, great. However, if you do choose to connect, and it's freebies, wonderful. I wish I had that deal. But you will have a yearly payment to the city for the sewer service. I just would like to know that all those things have been shared with the people. So in light of that apparently not being the case, I'd like everyone in the neighborhood, not just 120, but everyone, every property owner, to be able to know all the story and then make that decision. And I think if my sewer system was failing in my yard, I'd want to hook up, absolutely. And I particularly want it if it's going to be a freebie. But I just think people have a right to know all of the charges, all of the aspects that they face. So that will be, you know, what I think is appropriate. It doesn't mean I'm a sewer hater. I am not. All right, that's all. Thank you.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
I want to ask the question. I didn't understand it. Who said that they only talked to that many? Or did they say that's how many they were able to talk to? Those are two different things.
Let me clarify that. In my experience with sewer interest surveys, I didn't do this particular sewer interest survey, but these were the people that they were able to receive a response from. So I'm not saying that door-to-door outreach wasn't conducted because I wasn't there. I'm not saying that they didn't receive notices, that they didn't, because usually when we do a sewer interest, an interest survey, everybody, all property owners and all properties receive a notice. Whether they choose to respond to it, then that's completely their decision. Thank you.
Yes, also for me to clarify, when we did circulate our M&D a few months ago, we have 30 days to circulate it, we did send out notices to every property owner. A lot of letters came back because people moved or maybe their addresses were no longer accurate. But in that letter, we did mention that we are attempting to annex the area for a sewer. And then we always attach what is that annexation. It's a kind of a question and answer that whenever we do annexation outreach, and it talks about, you know, your taxes aren't going to go up because taxes are collected by the county. It goes through everything. It did go over also the sewer, about you will have the option to connect or not connect. However, we do not give septic permits if your septic fails. We didn't give any amounts as to how much it would cost to connect or how much the annual fees are, though. Thank you.
I've lost my train of thought. I think we have a motion. Commissioner Ayala, is there a second? Or is there?
A point of clarification, did the motion include a protest hearing or not a protest hearing?
Good question.
No protest hearing.
Okay.
Second, McKibben.
Okay, so we have a motion with no protest hearing, and there's a second from Mr. McKibben. I'm looking to see before I say roll call vote, because sometimes they come up at the last minute. Roll call vote?
Commissioner Ayon,
Aye.
Commissioner Clark,
No.
Commissioner Couch,
Yes.
Commissioner Endicott,
Aye.
Commissioner Fowler,
No.
Commissioner McKibben,
Yes.
Commissioner Zaragoza.
No.
4-3.
3 noes, 4 ayes, motion passed.
Thank you, Commission Clerk Patty. Now to the most important part of the agenda. Not really, I just say that in jest. And I'm not in any way saying I'm the only one interested in this position, because I'm not. I think, yeah, my campaign speeches, I'll try and keep meetings short in the future. That was it. Mr. Blair suggested. So, I'm not sure how to do this. I'll turn over to Mr. Blair and have Knox and see if he wants to clarify.
Yeah, before the commission to vote to elect the chair and vice chair for 2026. All commissioners are eligible to put their name into nomination because the commission does not have a set guidelines, but rather a tradition of rotating the chair among the categories of commissioners. Goes from city to county to public to special district and back to city and so on. Following that tradition, the next chair would be from the public, and the next vice chair would be from special districts. As the current vice chair, Commissioner Zaragoza has shown interest being in chair. The vice chair nomination is a little more tricky. Commissioner Clark's seat is up in May of 2026. Commissioner McKibben would rather not be chair in 2027, but if I interpret his email correctly, he has indicated that he would be willing to be vice chair for 2026, and then once the seat has been filled for the next 4 years, the other special district seat can then be up for nomination in 2027. I do not make a recommendation, but I'm here to answer any questions that the commission may have and then turn it back to the chair.
Thank you for that report. I think I understand it a little bit better. It is tricky. Any comments from the commissioners?
Mr. Chair, I nominate you as the incoming chairman and Mr. McKibben as the vice chair.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Ayon,
Yes.
Commissioner Clark,
Yes.
Commissioner Couch,
Yes.
Commissioner Endicott,
Aye.
Commissioner Fowler.
Yes.
Commissioner McKibben,
Yes.
Commissioner Zaragoza.
Aye.
All ayes, motion passed.
Okay, we're going to be, item number 9B, I believe, is the next, and is on 2026 meeting schedule. We do have a vote requirement for that, and I'll turn over to our Executive Officer, Mr. Blair Knox.
At the last meeting of every year, the commission sets the meeting schedule for the following year. Before you, there is a schedule for 2026. The draft schedule maintains the meetings on the third Wednesday of each month, except for January, which will be the fourth Wednesday, and for which my mom sends her thanks. We will be dark again in July and December, which is what we normally do. My recommendation is to approve the schedule as presented.
Any public comment? Seeing none, any commission comment or questions? Seeing none, I have a call for the motion.
Motion Fowler to approve the suggested schedule.
It was seconded by Couch.
Second, yeah.
May I have the roll call vote, please?
Commissioner Ayon,
Aye.
Commissioner Clark,
Yes.
Commissioner Couch,
Excuse me, yes.
Commissioner Endicott,
Aye.
Commissioner Fowler,
Yes.
Commissioner McKibben,
Yes.
Commissioner Zaragoza.
Aye.
All ayes, motion passed.
We are now at number 10. Item number 10, general business. A vote required, and this is the approval of monthly expense list number 25-08. I guess it's a commission comment or questions. It's in the packet.
Fowler motion.
Is there a
Clark second.
Call for the vote.
Commissioner Yon,
Aye.
Commissioner Clark,
Yes.
Commissioner Couch,
Yes.
Commissioner Endicott,
Aye.
Commissioner Fowler,
Yes.
Commissioner McKibben.
Yes.
Commissioner Zaragoza.
Aye.
All ayes, motion passed.
Item number 10B, approval of monthly expense list number 25-09. Vote is required. Any commission comment or questions? If not, call for the motion.
Motion, Clark?
Second, Endicott.
Roll call.
Commissioner Yon,
Aye.
Commissioner Clark,
Yes.
Commissioner Couch,
Yes.
Commissioner Endicott,
Aye.
Commissioner Fowler,
Yes.
Commissioner McKibben.
Yes.
Commissioner Zaragoza.
Aye.
All ayes, motion passed.
And I believe the last item is number C, approval of monthly expense list number 2510. Any commission comment or question? If not, vote, please.
Endicott motion.
Couch second.
Commissioner Yon,
Aye.
Commissioner Clark,
Yes.
Commissioner Couch,
Yes.
Commissioner Endicott,
Aye.
Commissioner Fowler,
Yes.
Commissioner McKibben,
Yes.
Commissioner Zaragoza.
Aye.
All ayes, motion passed.
We're at general business item number D, financial audit 2024-2025. It's a receive and file. Executive officer report, please.
The audit for 2024-25 is complete. I'm proud of the work that Ms. Menchaca has done to keep our costs in line and our compliance strong. With us tonight is our auditor from Brown Armstrong, Lindsay Zimmerman, to bring us the highlights and to answer any questions. Lindsay?
Thank you all for allowing me to present the audit results. Busy night tonight, so I'll keep it short and sweet. Happy to report that we have a clean or unmodified opinion on the financials as a whole for the year ended June 30, 2025. We adopted 2 Government Accounting Standards Board, or GASB statements, 101 and 102, that didn't have any impact on the financials. We looked at the management's estimate of the net pension liability, which due to the timing of the way the GASB statements are required to be reported, the ending net pension liability was about $187,000, which is representative of about 2 years ago of the liability due to the actuary reports. Just checking recently, this last week, is all the way down to $677,000. So that's the more recent liability. So that's being worked on. Happy to report we have no financial findings, no material weaknesses, no significant deficiencies. We didn't have any difficulties as part of the audit, and no misstatements that we had to record, unrecorded or corrected misstatements. And with that, just like to open up to any questions.
Any public comment? Seeing none, any commissioners have comments, suggestions?
Excellent report.
Yes. And thank you to Blair and the team.
Seeing none, call for the motion, please.
Motion, Clark?
Second, Ione.
Roll call vote, please.
Aye.
Commissioner Clark,
Yes.
Commissioner Couch,
Yes.
Commissioner Endicott,
Aye.
Commissioner Fowler,
Yes.
Commissioner McKibben.
Yes.
Commissioner Zaragoza.
Yes.
All ayes, motion passed.
We're at general business 10, number E, destruction of documents, disposal of archived commission records. A vote is required. Executive officer report, please.
This commission has a policy regarding the destruction and retention of documents. As per that policy, I had Rebecca Moore develop a list of documents that are no longer viable and are eligible for destruction, most of which she created herself. My recommendation is to have a bonfire. I'll bring the marshmallows. Probably can't do that, so my recommendation is approve as presented.
Any public comment? Any commission comment or questions?
Motion to approve. Couch.
Second, McKibben.
Roll call vote?
Commissioner Ione,
Aye.
Commissioner Clark,
Yes.
Commissioner Couch,
Yes.
Commissioner Endicott,
Aye.
Commissioner Fowler,
Yes.
Commissioner McKibben,
Yes.
Commissioner Zaragoza.
Aye.
All ayes, motion passed.
We're We're now at 10 general business, number F, workplace violence protection program, plan, adoption and training, vote required. Executive officer report, please.
There are two parts to this item. Several months ago, the commission adopted a workplace violence protection program for the office on Linux. We must now adopt a second plan for the meeting place, which is here at Kern. In addition, for the purposes of this process, commissioners are considered employees and must take a training class, which we will conduct with a 30-minute video produced by the California Special District Association. In order for compliance, all staff commissioners need to watch the entire video. I talked to the chair, and if anybody needs a bathroom break, maybe this is the time to do it. If not, we can continue and show the video and keep moving forward.
Do you wish?
We're gonna watch this 30-minute video tonight?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Nope.
Do you want to take a 5-minute break?
Is this the only training in the world that we have to do as a group?
I think we're going
Yes.
to take a 5-minute break. Go ahead. We'll come back in
I
5
will-
minutes.
I will talk about the new financial training that
Recording
we're gonna have to do
stopped.
starting next year, later in the meeting.
Does
At a-
Kern
at a
have
board
any
meeting?
donuts?
We have to do it?
and Coffee?
Like, in a group?
That, the finance? No.
Can you send us a link?
I didn't make this up.
Tom, you approved this?
Yes. We're just talking about that. With the chair's permission, we will postpone this item until January, work out the kinks, and
All in favor, say
Come
aye.
back.
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
we gave it our best shot.
I sped it up, Barbara.
You're doing that because Bud won't be here in January.
He did on purpose.
Now that I mentioned Bud,
Recording in progress.
we're back to business. This is a Kern LAFCo meeting. Agenda number 10, general business G, deputy executive officer resignation, informational item, and the executive officer report, please.
As you know, I write my notes and read them during the meeting, keeps my comments focused and coherent. I tried writing comments for this multiple times, and I can't do it. I'm going to get emotional here. Bud and I have been together for 9 years working on this side by side. It's been one of the most rewarding work experiences I've ever had working with someone. Everything we do, we work on together. And Patty is part of that as well. And we have been a wonderful team for these last several years. At the same time, I am excited for Mr. Rice and his opportunities moving forward. He will do excellent as an executive officer for Nevada County. I'm very sure of that. But you may not see him again, but I'll bring this back in closed session. I would like to create a position for him to do some training for us and some GIS work, which takes him back to the beginning. For several years, he was part-time for us doing GIS. That's how he got his introduction to LAFCo. So he'll be back to his old job.
Do I have to make the meetings?
You do not have to make the meetings. Yeah. I love you, man.
About a speech. I didn't write anything down, but I can tell you that I thank each and every one of you for your support. I am here at LAFCo. I've been working with LAFCo since 2011, 2011. Part-time, doing the maps for Rebecca. Did it for many, many years. In 2000, what was that, 17? 2017. I don't know if you guys know this, Rebecca actually hired me full-time. And then before I started, she fired me. And then retired. And then Blair hired me. So my old job was quite confused when I turned in my resignation over there. So. But I do thank each and every one of you for your support. It is from you guys that I have learned LAFCo. The questions that you guys ask, the things that you guys need to know is why I dig deep into some of this to try to get some of these answers for you. I try to I guess, jump ahead and make sure that I have these answers for you. So that's how come when you guys do ask me, I'm excited because I worked so hard to make sure I have them. So I am going to be going to Nevada County, and it is a third of the special districts that we have here. We have 11 cities. It's only 3 cities there. I only have 5 to 6 meetings a year, but I will get a better pay, and I'm excited about that. I'm excited about spending more time with my family, and I thank each of you for your support, each and every one of you, and my LAFCo family.
That's it.
That's all. That's all I got to say.
Heartfelt and warm, yes, any comments from commissioners?
I've known you a long time, Bud, through LAFCO, and you're a real credit to the organization. And there's going to be a big hole when you leave. And I'm glad to hear that Blair wants you back on a consulting basis for GIS work because that's a real area where we need you. But I wish you all the best in Nevada County. And what are the 3 cities up there?
Nevada City, Grass Valley, and Truckee.
Oh, it is?
It is tricky.
We'll come and visit.
Oh, yes.
That's a ski resort, yeah.
I want to,
Go ahead.
if I can, I'm probably the newest member to this commissioner team, but you know, in the 11 months or so that I've been in this position, I just want to thank you for being there to answer questions, whether that's in emails or in meetings. You've always approached everyone with the same regard, whether or not they're the newest individual on the team or they've been here a while. I appreciate that. I appreciate how helpful you've been. I'm super excited that you get the opportunity to move up and to get the chance to shine somewhere else. It is a sad day for Kern LAFCo to lose someone of your caliber, but all in all, right, you're a phone call away.
Sure.
We still have your email address unless you block us. But, you know, on behalf of myself and others, you know, thank you for being you and for treating us with respect and kindness and always being there when we need you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any more farewell comments before we move on? Go ahead.
But I remember you from the city of Taft days.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. Those were some tough days. But I'm pretty sure you drink out of a garden hose, and that makes you one of the guys. And I appreciate you, and you know, you're always just a phone call away. But thank you for your professionalism, friendship, and your hard work.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
I could add to that, but I can't really add much to that. So I've appreciated the way you've been with applicants and walking people through this stuff that don't know about it and the public. And I think you made us look a lot better than we were. And that's we can't ask a whole lot more from the guys that sit, you guys that sit over there. So I appreciate you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Just so you know, when I look at the community, I want to be as professional as possible because that's what I believe the commissioners want. And that's what the people need, because if you're not professional, they're not going to have the confidence in what we do. They don't know what we do anyway, but. True. But at least I try, so I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Sure. Hey, bud, I just want to echo my commissioner's comments. Want to thank you. Know at the City of McFarland, we've had a lot of annexations the last couple of years. Thank you for helping our staff. Some are pretty green and stuff, but I appreciate your efforts and the way that you handle the process, and especially up in LA when you helped me change the tire when I got a flat. So you're jack of all trades. That's why I shared that with the individual from Nevada. But thank you again, and best of luck, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Good luck. Good luck in the future, and thank you for your services that since I've been here. You've been great to work with. Thank you, bud.
No, thank you.
I'll go last since everybody else, I believe, has said something. It's been a privilege, Bud. You and I go back, I guess, when you
2005.
were. 2000. When you were at Taft, and I was, I guess I was still with the city. I thought we go back farther, but I'm not sure.
We go back to the Esri conference that we had here in.
Well, too, I think I was with the
Yeah.
county, because I know you
Yeah.
did a lot of Taft and unincorporated area work there. And, of course, you went to private Quad, then eventually back to government. And for those of you who know, Quad was a big consulting firm. I don't know what they call themselves now. But
QK.
QK, okay.
Yeah.
And I was surprised when I came on as a commissioner that you had been here for a while and was able to renew our friendship. And when I was at the conference, I was going to talk about this later, but I got a chance to go to the LAFCo conference, and very few policy analysts are GIS professionals. I'm not sure why not, but they're not. And so they have to contract out or hire somebody, and you're kind of all rolled up in one with that, because that's a neat skill. And I'm sure you'll be very advantageous to Nevada County LAFCO with those skill sets. And just want to say happy trails. We'll be in touch.
Thank you.
I think H is our next item, which is Brown Act revisions, Senate Bill 707, vote required. Executive Officer report.
There have been significant changes to the Brown Act with the passage of SB 707 that will go into effect January 1st. I've asked Mr. Schroeder to provide a synopsis of the legislative changes. Commissioners also received a draft resolution provided by Mr. Schroeder right after we sent out the agenda packet that will require a vote. So this is no longer an informational item. And with that, I turn it over to Mr. Schroeder.
I had a memo in your packet, so I won't read it. I won't take too long on this. The amendments to the Brown Act affect LAFCO lesser than they do cities and counties, which is a good thing. As far as how they affect LAFCO, it's mainly within the teleconference, the remote meeting protocol. Just quickly, there are a number of reasons why you can attend remotely. They're very specific. 3 more have been added to it. And I don't know, maybe Travis is the only one that really has a need for this, but to take care of immunocompromised family members is one reason why you can attend remotely. Family medical emergency or military service. Those are 3 new reasons why you can attend remotely. It is right now, that if you want to attend remotely, you need the commission's approval. You won't need it after January 1. You also had to tell the commission who was in the room with you when you were attending remotely. Now, you still have to do that, but not only if the person in there is 18 years or older. You would also, like Blair said, you have to adopt a resolution describing what form of remote teleconferencing you're using, and we're just going to use the same one we've been using. There are several more types of remote conferences. They've created more agencies to give, they're not public, they're public agencies, but they're categories of public agencies. I don't even go through those. The only other thing is that any new commission member has to be given a copy of the Brown Act. It used to be that we were encouraged to give new members copies of the Brown Act. We have to do that now. That's a rough story of what it's all about. There's a lot of complications in it. If you're in a city or a county, there's a lot more involved. So in that sense, we're lucky. And then I would, if there are no questions, or if there are questions, I'll answer them. Otherwise, we need to adopt the resolution to perform the teleconference after January 1.
Thank you for that, Mr. Schroeder. Any public comment? Any commission comment? Questions?
Motion to approve.
Second, Ione.
Call vote?
Commissioner Ione,
Aye.
Commissioner Clark,
Yes.
Commissioner Couch,
Yes.
Commissioner Endicott,
Aye.
Commissioner Fowler,
Yes.
Commissioner McKibben,
Yes.
Commissioner Zaragoza.
Aye.
All ayes, motion passed.
We're on item 10I, which is the SDRMA insurance increase informational. Executive Officer report, please.
Starting January 1st, health insurance rates for employees are going up 13%. Kern LAFCo has been getting our insurance from SDRMA, which is the Special District Risk Management Association, for over a decade. When LAFCo first started with SDRMA, they were significantly less than others in the private market. With this increase, it is time for us to find out if we are still getting a good deal or not. I had Mrs. Moore contact insurance providers and check to see whether we're still getting a good deal. It appears that we are not getting what I would describe as a great deal compared to others, but still competitive with other insurance providers. As such, there is not a reason to change, but at least we know that we are being charged comparable and competitive rates. And that's an informational item, so no vote.
Thank you for that report. We're on item 10J, 2025 end of the year recap, informational. Executive Officer report.
Yeah, I want to make Mr. Rice do some work before I let him go. So I turn this over to him to go through our end of the year recap.
All right, let me bring this up here real fast and just share this. I tried to make it as simple as possible this year. It was very long last year. So 2025, what we did.
Can we blow that up?
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Hang on. No, I can't. It doesn't allow me.
Can you explain to them what they're not seeing?
Yes. So, 2025, the proceedings that we did, what we've done this year is we've had 5 sphere of influence amendments, 3 municipal service reviews that have went through. We've had 17 annexations or detachments. We've had 1 dissolution this year, 3 protest hearings, and 2 studies that were performed. Internal projects on top of that was we had the strategic plan, of course, the budget, the audit, and then we've had 7 policy updates or revisions to our policies. For the 2026 outlook, this is just what we are working on right now. We have 20 pre-applications. That's where we've already had meetings with cities or special districts that are looking at doing an annexation or a reorganizational change. So a lot of these will include sphere of influence amendments and municipal service review updates. We've got 18 in process right now. So there's 18 projects right now that we are waiting on money, documents, or something just to push it forward. And a lot of times that's time restraints. let's see, we've got 14 in post-process right now. So we've got 14 that's, you've already heard, you've already made a determination. That doesn't mean staff's work is done. We have to continue getting it to the state and making sure that the county and everyone else is informed. And we have to collect the final fees. And so that's what I got there. What I don't have on here, and I spoke to Yazid earlier, City of Bakersfield usually does the most annexations as a one agency performing annexations. And they are not listed on here because I don't know about them till they give them to me. So I just asked Yazid how many we have coming up just in the next 2 months. And we have 7, it looks like, that they are working on right now. He can't promise that because they're all in various stages, just like our post-process or our proceedings are in process ones. But it looks like they have 7 different areas where they're looking at either annexation or an island annexation. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Bud, that was great. Any comments or questions? I don't know if you noticed, but our last annexation, which was the East Kern Healthcare District, was over 400,000 acres. That's pretty big. I think it's one of the largest annexations to a special district in California. I was doing some research on the internet, and when I asked ChatGPT for an example, this came up. This one here. I guess they read yeah, they read the agenda. Or either that or they're not very good, but anyway. So I'm just letting you know that was a big event. We're setting history here in Kern County. I think, let's see here, I've lost track.
10K.
Yeah, 10K, I'm sorry. Ooh. This has been a long meeting. I was hoping for a short one. Okay, Executive Officer miscellaneous items, informational only. Executive Officer report.
Yes. Starting January 1st, the state is requiring financial training for all board members and commissioners. I have not looked too far into this, but my understanding is that it'll be organized somewhat like ethics training. Yeah. If so, most commissioners will have the training through the county, city, or special district for which they represent, and then a copy of the certificate will be submitted to LAFCo to provide compliance. As for the public member commissioners, we will work with you to make sure you also meet all the requirements. Again, CSDA is working on training that I'm not relatively sure that we will be using. We have a 6-month window to comply after the first of the year, so we have some time. On another note, yesterday we received an email from County Auditor Controller explaining their timetable for fixing their new accounting program. According to an email, they plan to be up to date by December 1st. For the last 5 months, staff has been asking the County Auditor Controller for our monthly reports, which indicate what charges and credits have been placed on our account. They have not closed a month since June. Without those reports, we do not know what has been charged or what our fund balance is with the county. We are pulling money out each month to pay our bills, and journal vouchers are being debited to our account with the assumption that we have enough and there are no disputed changes. Guessing doesn't work. Guessing how much money we have doesn't work, and guessing whether journal vouchers are done correctly doesn't work. For example, Ms. Menchaca had to hound county elections for months for their cost for the Lost Hills CSD formation election. The election happened in November of 2024. We didn't get the general voucher calculation spreadsheet from elections until August of 2025. 9 months after the election, we could finally send Wonderful the final invoice for payment. That's not acceptable. But that's not the end of it. Last week, we received an invoice from the county elections for what appears to be additional charges for the Lost Hills CSD election. We cannot go back to Wonderful now and ask for more. Wonderful has paid, and the file for Lost Hills CSD has been completed. One of the reasons this is important is I'm going to have to make some decisions about staffing and additional expenses as we go through this time of transition. I need to have a clear picture of the commissioner's balances and cash flow. And that's the end of my report.
Wow, thank you for that revealing report. Any comments from the commission?
Yeah, I got one.
Yes.
Well, let me just start with the last thing. Why can't you forward that bill on to Wonderful?
We've already charged them the final bill. Well,
Apparently it wasn't the final bill, though.
Well, first of all, we've gone back to them and said, you've already showed us what our final bill was. Explain to us what the rest of this is.
I have no idea what a bill looks like when the county sends you a bill for an election. Does it say final bill on it anywhere?
It did not.
Did the next one they sent you say final bill on it?
No. But they've always sent us one bill.
But your bill to Wonderful said final bill.
Yes.
Well, then you just say, this is really the final bill on this one you sent.
First, we're asking elections to clarify why we're getting a second bill.
I have no idea. I
Yeah,
don't know anything about that. But what was the other, you can't get a balance?
It was lost hits.
We
Can
do,
you-
we
can
do
you
not have a
call them?
fund, we
Can
do
they-
not have a fund balance.
Is this because of the adoption of 360, of Workday, that they're going through?
Their new accounting program? Yes. We do not have access.
But they should be able to give you, at least even verbally, or take a picture of it and send it to you, where you're at now, right? On any given day.
Patty has asked and they've said no.
And this is with the Auditor Controller's Department?
Correct.
Okay. Thank you.
You're saying I'm sorry, you're very quiet. Okay.
Are you just a better guesser, or what, how do you know what you got?
It's not good.
Go ahead,
So.
Commissioner Fowler.
Okay.
What is the amount of that extra bill?
Is it, what, $1,200, the new bill?
It's massive.
$1,822.30.
Took them more than that to generate it.
Any more comments on this interesting dilemma we have here?
On the closed
Just-
session.
Just curious, has the auditor controller given you a professional response as to what's going on?
Yeah, we got the letter actually yesterday. I'd written this up saying we're not getting any of it, and yesterday they sent us an email saying July and August will be done by the end of this week, and the next 3 months will be done by December 1st. I don't really believe them at this point. They've told us other things too,
Well,
which
are
hasn't
they
happened.
implying this is not are they implying this is not normal, it's just an exception, or is this the way it's gonna be for the rest of the year, or next year?
I don't think they calculated how much problems they were gonna have with implementing this new program.
Oh, okay.
And they didn't do a parallel where they could continue using the old program and the new program at the same time, which would have allowed us to see what it is while they work out the kinks. Why they didn't do that, it's beyond me. It's,
Right, so a little bit of IT professional expertise, because you're right, that usually you keep the legacy system around in case something goes.
Yes.
awry, yeah.
I just overheard a conversation yesterday that I was just walking by, and I overheard people saying, we're gonna have to do double entries on both systems for a while. So maybe they've come to that conclusion.
maybe that's how they're finally gonna close the next couple months, is do them on the old system.
I'll find out.
Okay.
Thank you, Commissioner Couch. Okay, gee whiz, I am losing track here. Okay, so we're supposed to, before we go into closed session.
Adjourn. That's where
No.
you were.
Not yet, I have one more item, it's my item. I don't see a place for commissioner thoughts, maybe this is just to follow up. I want to let you know, I did attend the LAFCo conference recently in beautiful downtown San Diego. Thank you, Kern LAFCo. It was at the, forget the name of the restaurant, or the hotel, but it was on Harbor Boulevard, beautiful area. It was well attended. They passed out something called The Sphere. It's a LAFCo magazine. I think it's a quarterly magazine. It's on the internet, so if you Google LAFCo, you'll see the sphere, the Journal of the California Associations of Local Formation Commissions, October 2025. It's a good read. They have some articles on what they're doing with AI, and they're doing some computer software rollouts for LAFCos. And I think Blair and I talked about that. They're getting ready to digitize how you could do municipal service reviews on the computer, keep track of everything. And they have a new program called Do You Want to Be an EO? You can actually sign up for this academy. I don't want to be that, but I just sort of letting people know. And if you qualify, they'll run you through all the EO requirements for a year or so, and I guess you get a little graduation certificate. Last but not least, I want to say thank you again to staff. This is the strategic plan. Professor Keith Woolridge did a great job. I think it brought us a little bit closer to what we want to do in the future, hopefully. I did talk to him for an hour. I don't know about you guys, but he had a lot of questions. And we did discuss this in depth, I think, for at least another hour. So hopefully we're all on the same page. I had a question. I'm currently on the internet. Is this on the website? Because I was looking under additional resources. Could you upload it here? Because it'd be great.
Okay.
If you could do that this week, I
Yes.
appreciate it, Blair and staff. Yeah, because this is something I think we should share with everybody if they want to look at it.
Absolutely.
Other than that, unless there's any other comments, I need to say we're going to be going into a closed session. And am I supposed to read this now or after we go into closed session? There's a paragraph here.
I believe you read it now.
Okay. It's a long paragraph. Bear with me.
Yep.
Hopefully my voice won't break. This is the only room available to hold closed session with Commissioner online. At this time, we ask everyone who is not on the commission to exit the room. For those online, we can place you in the virtual waiting room until closed session is finished. If anyone has called in, there is not an opportunity to place you on hold. We will have to say goodbye for now. We will reopen the room and bring anyone back from the virtual waiting room after the closed session is complete and announce any results as required. Thank you. We'll be discussing a couple of things, and I guess this is the time to evacuate.
Recording stopped.
Welcome back to our open session. Do we have a motion to create a part-time position for LAFCo? As recommended by the executive officer.
Endicott motion.
Second, Ione.
Take the roll call vote.
Commissioner Ione?
Aye.
Commissioner Clark?
Yes.
Commissioner Couch?
Yes.
Commissioner Endicott?
Aye.
Commissioner Fowler?
Yes.
Commissioner McKibben?
Yes.
Commissioner Zaragoza?
Aye.
All ayes, motion pass.
How do you want to address the evaluation? We don't have obviously, you're letting him have an extension on his contract, another year. He has an evergreen contract. There's no motion to terminate that.
Right.
Anyone have anything they want to put in the minutes about how good he's done or hasn't done?
I would say that the board conducted a evaluation, and we found that he did what are the choices we've got to call it?
Standard.
It's satisfactory,
Satisfactory is one, above average? is one.
I'll say above, I think the consensus was above average.
Let's have a vote on that.
That's a motion.
I'll second that, Fowler.
Take the roll call vote.
Commissioner Clark?
Yes.
Commissioner Ione?
Yes.
Commissioner Couch?
Yes.
Commissioner Endicott?
Aye.
Commissioner Fowler?
Yes.
Commissioner McKibben?
Yes.
Commissioner Zaragoza?
Aye.
All ayes, motion pass.
Next item is increase in his salary.
Correct. The consensus of the commission in closed session is to recommend a 3% increase in salary, and that is similar to what the executive officer has stated verbally. So I think with that in mind, we'll make a motion.
To amend his contract to give him a 3% increase.
I'm sorry. This is to amend the contract to give him a 3% increase. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second, McKibben.
Roll call vote?
Commissioner Arnold,
Aye.
Commissioner Clark,
Yes.
Commissioner Couch,
Yes.
Commissioner Endicott,
Aye.
Commissioner Fowler,
Yes.
Commissioner McKibben,
Yes.
Commissioner Zaragoza.
Yes.
All ayes, motion passed.
Thank you. Is there anything else to report out of closed session?
No other reportable action.
I don't have the gavel, unless there's any further business to discuss. I'll go ahead.
Mr. Knox, thank you for your service. Would you mind introducing the young lady sitting with Patty?
That is Rochelle Munoz. She is sitting in today. She is a candidate to be the next clerk. And I wanted her to come and see what exactly it is we do and what a clerk does. So she is learning tonight, and based on our conversation, I will have a conversation with her soon.
She's still here, I guess she's
Yes.
okay with that. All right, without any further ado, our next scheduled meeting is January 28th. We'll see you then.
Right, thank you.
Take care. Meeting adjourned.